Welcome to Youth Voices of Cincinnati. I'm Stevie.
I'm Anna.
And we have a special guest today. Her name is Gwen, Sebastian, and she's going to talk to us about some stuff that she did in the military, different things like that. Gwen, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Okay. My name is Gwen Sebastian, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. My 2 daughters attend Norwood City Schools, and we're very happy to be here, and I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today.
So what was it like being a woman in the military?
Being a woman in the military isn't too different than being a woman in any other industry, I would suppose. I think that being around a lot of men, it made me try a little bit harder, like during PFTs and stuff like that, and during training. So it motivated me a little bit more and really kind of brought out the best in me. So.
What made you choose to be in the military?
Well, I had already gone to college, and I could see that going straight into college wasn't financially something I was able to do. So the military was a great option for me to be able to join, and they have opportunities for you to go to school while you're in. They also, at that time, had the GI Bill. So to me, it was the best option at the time because I had a job, it would teach me a skill, and if I wanted to continue education in college, I could do that. My particular job, we worked 24-hour shifts, so it was very difficult to go back to school. Not that it was impossible, because there were plenty of people that did it, but I like sleep more than studying, so.
Don't we all? How old were you when you first joined the military?
I was an older recruit. I was 22. A lot of the kids are around 18 or 19 when they join, but I had, like I said, already gone to college, and the good thing about that is I came out a rank above most other people, but I was an older recruit at 22.
What was your rank in the military?
When I got out, I was an E3, which is a Lance Corporal.
So what does
Way
that mean?
down low on the totem pole.
What was the hardest part about joining the military for you?
Honestly, I can't really think of anything that was hard about joining the military, but boot camp was very difficult. It was quite challenging. Once I decided to join the Marine Corps, I just kind of went on 100%. I sometimes PT'd with my recruiter before even going to boot camp, so I felt like I was a little bit more prepared than some, but it was still kind of nerve-wracking going in and knowing that the boot camp was going to be very difficult.
Did you feel pressured or stressed in at any major time?
Boot camp was extremely stressful. The point, in my opinion, in my experience of going to boot camp is because if you ever do have to go to war, it's chaotic, and boot camp is chaotic, and they ask things and have you do things that you wouldn't normally do or be able to do in a calm manner. So in order to prepare for worst case scenario, when you go to boot camp, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of unknown things that are happening all at once. They have to test those limits so that they know that you're mentally capable of going to war if that ever does happen. So there was a lot of pressure and a lot of stress in boot camp, and that's one of the most things that I am proud of, because I can always look back and say, I made it through Marine Corps boot camp. Not too many of us actually do that.
What was one thing that you found really interesting about the military?
I love doing the training. That was quite interesting. I like doing cadence, and I actually turned out to be quite good at some of that. So it was interesting to find out the things that I was able to accomplish that I didn't really know I had in me.
Well, for those at home that don't know, what is cadence?
So when we march, we would march to what you call cadence. So to keep us in step, they would either sing a song or just have some sort of rhythm of words that would keep us in the left, right, and then some of them were very creative. So if you had some creativity to you and you wanted to march and call out cadence, then it was pretty fun to hear some of the stories that some people would say through cadence. So.
In your downtime in the military, how did you stay entertained?
I slept a lot. We worked 24-hour shifts, so basically we worked 24 on, and then we had 24 hours off, and then we would work 24 hours again, and then we would have 48 hours off. So your very first day off, you really slept, or slept. That's pretty much what you did. We didn't have like a 9 to 5 shift. There wasn't a set schedule. So we worked weekends, holiday. The rotation was like that, 24 on, 24 off, 24 on, 48 off. So I slept a lot. Of course, we had movies. We wasn't like we were off in the desert or anything, but I probably slept a lot.
Did you travel anywhere to any other countries?
My job was a corrections specialist, so I guarded prisoners in a brig. At that time, we were considered non-deployable, so anybody that served in the war, we were not deployable to go to the war. I know that has changed, and I do have friends that ended up going to Iraq that were also corrections specialists. But at that time, we were not. So I was stationed at Quantico, Virginia, and I stayed at Quantico, Virginia.
Did you come from a military family?
I did. My father was in the Navy. My grandfather was in the Army in World War II. My uncle was Air Force, and he was a pilot in Vietnam. I had a brother-in-law in the Navy, and I had a cousin who served in Iraq and was killed when he was 21, serving.
Oh, so sorry. Did you have or keep any made relationships from now and in the past?
Unfortunately, I did not stay connected with too many people. I might know 2 from the time that I served. I wish I would have kept in touch more, but I didn't.
The biggest question people might want to know.
So
How is
should
the
I-
food?
Terrible.
Oh, God.
It's actually terrible, but I heard the Air Force food is fabulous. So if you're in it for the food, then the Air Force might be where you want to go. But yeah, the food wasn't very good, but that's not why you're there, so.
Ask her if she has questions for us.
I will ask you a question. Have either one of you ever considered going into the military?
Personally, I have not thought about it because I would like to be a physical therapist one day.
No, it's not on my radar because I want to be a teacher. So
Okay.
it's kind of in a place where danger is not I'm scared of everything. So it's not something I would be very excited to do, you know?
Well, my advice for anybody that is interested is to do their research and check into all branches and find out what is the best fit for their family and their goals, because each branch offers something different and they all have different opportunities and they all have different restrictions. So I would advise anybody that is looking into going into the military after graduation to do a lot of research about it and to see if the military is the best path or college is the best path.
All right, that's it for today. This is Anna
And CV.
signing off for Youth Voices of Cincinnati.